Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. High Performance Python Async, Episode 5 of 17. You write a raw SQL query, execute it, and brace yourself to manually parse date strings, split comma-separated arrays, and cast currency values. But you do not have to. You do not need an ORM to get fully typed Python objects out of your database. Asyncpg handles this automatically through native type conversion. When asyncpg communicates with PostgreSQL, it uses the database binary protocol. It knows exactly what data type each column represents. Instead of handing you raw text strings that require secondary parsing in Python, asyncpg translates PostgreSQL types directly into standard Python library objects. This translation happens automatically in both directions. When you pass a Python object as a query parameter, asyncpg encodes it into the correct PostgreSQL binary format. When the database responds, asyncpg decodes the binary data back into the corresponding Python type. Consider a scenario where you fetch a user profile from your database. Your SQL query asks for a username, an array of user tags, the account creation time, and the last known IP address. And many database drivers, you would get back strings that you have to parse manually. With asyncpg, the result record is already typed. The username is a standard Python string. The tags column, which is an array in PostgreSQL, arrives as a native Python list of strings. The creation time is a standard BaitTime object. The IP address, stored as an INET type in the database, maps directly to Python built-in IP address objects. You write zero parsing logic to achieve this. There is a strict mapping for numbers that catches some developers off guard. If your PostgreSQL column is defined as numeric, it does not convert into a Python float. Asyncpg maps the PostgreSQL numeric type directly to the Python decimal.decimal class. This preserves exact precision. If you are querying financial records or precise measurements, you will not lose data to floating point rounding errors. Standard floating point types in Postgres, like real or double precision, do map to Python floats. Here's the key insight for other specific types. If you select a native UUID column, you receive a Python UUID.UUID object, not a generic string representation. Dates become datetime.date objects. Postgres intervals map perfectly to Python time deltas. Binary data stored in a byte A column is converted directly into Python bytes. JSON and JSON-B columns behave slightly differently. Asyncpg converts JSON and JSON-B data into standard Python strings by default. It does not automatically parse them into Python dictionaries. You receive the raw string, which you can then pass to the standard Python JSON module if you need to manipulate the nested data. Relying on this binary type translation keeps your application logic clean and shifts the burden of type safety to the database driver where it belongs. That's all for this one. Thanks for listening, and keep building.